Hello, so today I'll be speaking about Racing Sideways, created in 1991 by Nikolai Buglash. So, a little background on Nikolai. He was born in 1942 in St. Petersburg, Russia. He went to the Vera Mukhina Higher School of Art and Design from 1958 to 1965. Buglash's paintings are famous for their bright colors and abstract style. One of his well known works is Race, where he shows lots of movement and energy with people from different races moving quickly against a plain background. Buglash was inspired by Russian art to make his paintings. So, Dr. Henry, he's the creator of A World of Art, which is also our textbook, says Nikolai Buglaj is a master of illusion, an artist whose slate of hand rivals the magicians. But unlike the charlatan or the trickster, Buglaj makes his magic visible. He draws our eyes into his game and leaves us wondering at what he comes to see and the simple truth of our perception. So, the medium, the materials used, are acrylic paint, brushes, and the canvas. So, elements used in racing is movement. The artist used movement very well here. All the people in this painting are supposed to be running, and he did a great job of portraying that. Emphasis. The artist used emphasis on the people's builds. The artist used emphasis on how close everyone was to each other. There's also an emphasis on the dark background and feet placements to express the running. Space. There's a lack of space in this painting. The author wanted to emphasize that to show how close everyone is to each other and them all running. Repetition. There's repetition of people running. The artist wanted to show people from all different races running. So, fine arts. This is an acrylic painting. The texture plays a big role in showing the expression. The color also plays a big part as well, considering the fact that there is a lack of color. It shows a more emotional aspect. Acrylic paint is easier to use and dries quickly. I have used acrylic paint myself, and the use of shades in this painting has taught me different ways to show emotion, even without faces. So, little historical context. This painting was made during a time when racism was still at a high. Segregation just got uplifted not even 30 years before this painting. Segregation is when you are separated based on the color of your skin. African American people were treated very badly. Their living conditions and opportunities were poor. The time that the painting takes place is very important. Making art to represent how things were during the late 90s are very important. There's a lot of art that's out there that shows happier times with the 90s. What I like the most about this painting is the fact that it represents some of the things that all minorities struggled with: inequality. So, the placement in this painting. The background in all paintings are important. In this one, we can see a black background that almost looks like a stage. On one side of the painting, there are people of a lighter complexion, and on the other side, it shows people of a darker complexion. They are all holding hands and are supposed to be running sideways. What stuck out to me is that there's an edge on both sides, and either way you go, someone can fall off. So, the theme that I chose was culture. What I like the most about this painting is that depending on your racial background, you can have a different opinion of the painting. As someone who is black, I can see this painting as all the other races against black people. No one is wanting to move forward, and that's how it is in society. White people are on one edge and black people are on the next. Society has made people against each other, and in this painting, even though they are locking arms with each other, no one is moving forward. So, my personal interpretation of race is in this acrylic painting, it shows men being arm in arm and running sideways. No one is moving forward, and it shows the halt in society. After slavery ended and segregation also ended, there was no push to change, even though one was needed. People felt as though things didn't need to get better, even if there was blatant racism. I can relate to this painting on a personal level. I went to school with mostly Hispanic and white people. I would constantly hear people using the N word in casual speaking, even if they weren't black. When I spoke out against it, I was told I was being sensitive, even if they knew it was wrong. There'd be constant racism, and even though everyone was seeing this, no one thought it was a big deal. I am very passionate about this topic, and there's a lot of microaggressions that I have experienced. But this is unfortunately the norm of our society now. It was only after George Floyd's unfortunate passing when we started to make a change, and even still, people are racist. So, My reflection on this course, I have learned a lot more from this course than I thought was possible. I've always been into art and have made a few paintings of my own. This course in artwork has taught me different ways I can enhance my paintings to give it more meaning. I have also learned how to use my five senses to examine the world around me. I appreciate that you taught us to go under what we see and examine things a lot more. That's how meaningful art is made. The use of different techniques like shadowing, emphasis, and harmony can all be used to enhance art pieces. In the future, I plan to visit more museums and see more art. I have really learned that art can be used to learn more about one's feelings and even question your own. I want to learn more about African American history, and art is the perfect way to do so because it shows feelings. So, here's a couple examples of art in my world. So these are my friends, and I do makeup. I'm a makeup artist, and I love to, make people feel good about themselves, make them feel pretty, and I feel like makeup is a cool way to do that. So, yeah, I did their makeup. I do makeup, and, when people tell me the different type of makeup look that they want, I can kind of get a feel of the person's emotions. I've done darker makeup on people, I've done lighter makeup on people, and I feel like makeup is definitely has a lot to do with society and what's trending, what's not trending, what features are trending, and everything like that. So I'm going to continue, doing makeup for people. And yeah, that's it.